we've got fan favourite Sean O'Malley, but he's taken a big step up in competition this time and fighting Petr Yan. I never ever thought I'd see this fight get put together so soon. I thought we'd be another year or 18 months down the line, you'd see a fight like this.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? The backdrop to this fight. It seems as though Petr Yan had an opportunity to fight Marlon Chito Vera in a main event in August. Didn't want that fight for whatever reason. That fight went to Dominic Cruz. And then the Sean O'Malley fight materialized and surfaced for Petr Yan. And I think as far as Yan's concerned, what he said to us today, Paddy, I'm the number one contender. I need one win, and I'm getting back into a championship setting. And Dana White has all but guaranteed that the winner of Sean O'Malley and Petr Yan is going to fight the winner of Aljamain Sterling and TJ Dillashaw as this sort of mini bantamweight tournament plays out. So the upside in this fight for Jan is twofold. Obviously, O'Malley moves a lot of needles. I don't have to tell you. I mean, internally, in terms of the metrics, you know, he drives the pay-per-view, and that's exciting for Petr Yan to be able to showcase his skills against a guy that everybody is watching. And then just fighting anybody who is ranked, he feels like a win is going to be enough. On the O'Malley side, I don't know how you feel, but I feel like if you look at the top 7, this is one of the better matchups for Sean. Even though we have seen Jan mix in his wrestling at times, you know, I think Petr Yan wants to strike, and he's going to have to navigate the length and the timing and the accuracy of Sean O'Malley. I think there's value on O'Malley, man, plus 275 or so, but Petr Yan, when he is on, I would say to you, I think when Yan is on, he's the best 135-pound fighter in the world. He wasn't on, though, in his last fight against Aljo. We'll see if he is Saturday night.
I would agree with you on that. He's the best 135er in the world on his day, 100%. I personally think, though, it's a win-win for O'Malley because a lot of people just expecting him to lose. Oh, he's fighting number rank 1 in the world, Petr Yan. Know what I mean? Of course, he's going into it like people think he could lose. So he's going into it. If he wins, it's he won. But if he loses, people are like, he was going to lose anyway.
Yeah. One other thing that I thought was interesting, too, in terms of the fighter meetings, that Petr Yan acknowledged Sean O'Malley as a more dangerous guy than Corey Sandhagen. And I thought that was pretty interesting. You know, Petr Yan certainly is not resting on his laurels. He's not sleeping on this challenge. He understands how good Sean O'Malley is in terms of his striking, his distance management. I actually think O'Malley's grappling is underrated. He hasn't had a whole lot of opportunities to showcase it up to this point. But yeah, I mean, I think you hit on a truth there. Like, I don't know that there's much downside for Sean O'Malley. Certainly, it would be hard to expedite a title run if he loses to Petr Yan. But you're right, you fight the number 1 contender. Not a lot of people are giving you a shot to win this fight. And given his star power, not unlike present company Paddy Pimblett, I think Sean O'Malley's going to be a pay-per-view mainstay, fighting guys in the top 10 for years to come. So a lot of people think this fight is too much too soon. I don't think it's that. You know, I think Sean O'Malley's career has sort of built foundationally the right way. Like, I think he's ready to test himself against this division's elite, and we'll see how it goes for him, man.
Yeah, he is, as you know. It's always one punch. Everyone's one punch away from finishing a fight, and Sean's got power in his hands for a 135er, real power.
Yeah, I mean, he sort of talks his own power down a little bit. You know, he feels like it's a byproduct of his speed and his timing. But I agree with you, man. And sometimes when I'm in these fighter meetings, I know I keep referencing them here on your show, but I do think there's so much value to extract from these fighter meetings. Sometimes I'll just look at an athlete's hands to see how big or small their hands are. You know, Dillashaw and Aljo got these tiny hands. You know, O'Malley's long everywhere. Like, he's a big boy, you know. Long everywhere. But Sean's got big hands, man.
He'll be happy you said that.
And yeah, right. That's right. Right. Normally hand size and foot size is inexorably linked to size in other parts of the body. But yeah, I mean, Sean's a big boy for 135 pounds and seems to have gotten ahead of the weight cut as usual. He got here early, 2 weeks early. So, yeah, it's a great fight. Candidly, only heightened by what we saw at the press conference today with Jan shoving him.
Yeah, that fight, to be honest, I really like Sean, so I don't want to pick against him. But I think Jan's going to win, so I'm not giving you the line for that one. It's not happening.